Officially got the news that Tolu Smith is returning to Mississippi State basketball. We thought that was going to be the case for a week or so. We've kind of thought that was going to be the case since he declared that he was going to go through the draft process and get some feedback. It is now officially the case, and that's a big deal for Chris Jans and Mississippi State basketball.
Yeah, I mean, State is now the only team in the conference that will bring back all 5 starters. I mean, you bring back all 5 starters from a tournament team a season ago. You've added a really good piece in the transfer portal in Andrew Taylor. You added one of the top junior college players in the country in Trey Fort. You added the number 1 player in Mississippi in Josh Hubbard. Fort and Hubbard and Taylor are 3 guys that can provide you with the one thing you were truly lacking a season ago, and that's outside scoring. You return a couple of other key bench pieces. Will McNair did, in fact, go into the transfer portal today, as we all expected. We knew it was going to be either or with him and Tolu. This is a team that should start the season possibly ranked. They're definitely going to be one of the top 5 teams in the SEC, I would think. And then it's just a question of, how good can they be? Nobody will be taking them lightly this year. This is a year when people will come in and expect Mississippi State to win basketball games, which is great. It's been too long since they've had expectations over there. First year of the newly renovated hump, everything should be good to go in that remark.
Never be ready on time.
So, I believe somebody's been reading message boards. So it should be a fun season for Mississippi State basketball. To get a player like that back is always a great thing, and to overcome what apparently, if you believe some Kentucky media members, was some out-and-out tampering by the University of Kentucky. Good job by Mississippi State to get him back.
What kind of tampering? What were they doing?
I think they were reaching out. I mean, you've got a Kentucky media member last night saying that Tolu returning to Mississippi State, that's a potential transfer portal target and he wasn't in the portal. He just came out and they said the quiet part out loud, that he was a potential target for them. How could he have been a potential target if he's not in the portal?
So was that from KSR?
Yes.
Was it Matt Jones that said that, or somebody else that works?
It was
for
not.
him?
Somebody else. I quote tweeted him. Where is he here? Great radio, I know. Brandon Ramsey is the guy's name.
Never heard of him. Might not ever again.
Covers. Yeah.
I mean, yeah. It's not surprising, though. Not surprising at all. And, of course, Kentucky would have plausible deniability and everything. That's what a media guy said. Maybe that was his opinion. We're playing by the rules. Yeah. We know what the rules are. Come on.
He used the word we. So
yeah, well, there you go. There you go.
It does, I don't know about this specific case, although I have a really strong guess. Everybody bemoans the existence of NIL. I mean, people with large platforms bemoan the idea of NIL. But think about what this does for somebody like Tolu. In years past, players like him have decided to go ahead and go pro. And a player like him, at this current stage in his development, would have maybe gotten on a G League team, likely ended up overseas. Instead, he can stay in school under a good coach, hopefully start developing more of a mid and outside range game. I assume get a master's degree at this point and still get paid. So he doesn't have to go move to Turkey to make money while still developing. So for all the negative and downside and stuff that NIL has gotten reaction from people, stories like his are good for college sports. Him getting to stay in college and stay in school and still get paid and get a degree and develop his game while not having to move to a foreign country is a great thing for college sports.
I mean, State has 2 examples of it, right? DJ Stewart and Iverson Molinar. Either one of those guys are in the NBA. They both probably would have benefited from another year at State. If nothing else, State would have benefited from another year. But you didn't have the Bulldog Initiative then. Now you do.
And I mean, let's just be real. Tolu Smith's game doesn't fit the NBA.
No.
Doesn't.
Not today's NBA. I mean, if we're just being honest, the style of play.
I hope that's something they talk about, because I remember Lawrence Roberts, when he came back for his senior year, taking a lot of perimeter shots, taking outside mid-range jumpers, and that was not his game. Somebody's going to make sure to tell Tolu, hey, keep doing what you do. Don't try to show off for the NBA when that's not your game.
Well, unless you promised him that you were going to try and utilize him in a way that would make him more attractive to the NBA in order to get him back. That, to me, seems like a bad decision.
Footing.
Yeah, I understand. But you know how these things work. So we'll see.
I
But
do.
on the surface, Tolu Smith back to Mississippi State, really big deal. And are we actually trending toward basketball season being fun and engaging next year?
Yep.
All right.